I want to say something that modern culture hates, but Scripture makes it very crystal clear. Children are fools, not because they're evil, but because they don't know any better. And that's not my opinion. That's what Scripture says. That's what God says. Proverbs 22:15 says this, that folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline drives it far away from him. Folly is already there. It doesn't have to be taught, and it doesn't have to be invited, which means wisdom does not come naturally. It must be trained, guided, and molded and enforced. And Scripture doubles down on this truth. In Proverbs 13:20, it says this, that whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. Now put those two verses together. If children are naturally foolish and who they walk with shapes who they become, then parents who refuse to guide, restrict, and shepherd their children are not being loving, they're being negligent. So let me say it plainly. If you let a child's, or if you let a foolish child choose their own path, their own influences, and their own friends, their own worldview, you are handing them the keys to the door and you're letting anyone to walk right in and ruin their lives. That includes influences that are destructive, that includes lies, that includes temptation, that includes Satan himself. Scripture doesn't describe children as independent philosophers who just needs a little bit of freedom to, quote, find themselves. Scripture describes them as sheep, easily led, easily deceived, and easily devoured. And sheep without a shepherd don't grow, they get lost, they get hurt, and then they get eaten. That's why parenting is not democracy, it's discipleship. There is an order. Christ is Lord, parents are under Christ, and children are under the parents. Not because parents are tyrants, but because God is wise. You know, a while ago, when I posted about my daughter holding Bible study, I've got thousands of comments accusing me of in control, indoctrination, and robbing her of her freedom and free choices. But here's the truth, that those comments definitely ignore. If you don't train your children, the world will. If I don't shape their thinking, culture will. And if I don't guard the door, then the enemy is going to walk right in and take advantage of my children. Children don't drift into wisdom, they drift into destruction. Guidance is not abuse. Discipline is not oppression. And biblical training is not brainwashing. It is love, it's obedience, and it's proper stewardship. And any parent who actually loves their children and their children's soul will not apologize for shepherding them towards life, both now and for eternity. So I got a challenge for you today. Ask yourself this honestly. Who is shaping your child's heart right now? You or the world? Who is deciding that they walk with? You or their impulses? And when Christ asks you one day, what did you do with the souls that I entrusted you? Will you be able to say that I shepherded them? Or I stood back, Lord, and I let them choose? Because Scripture is crystal clear. Sheep needs shepherds. Children need parents. And parents answer to Christ. Peace.